I hit, get a plan. Let's go, that my whoa. Low. Got strain on yo-yo. She post up a MCM and we like that JoJo. When we out and we see him, he always has a photo. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Yeah. That boys and they can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Go up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Go up. Boy, don't touch. We flow up. She lucky. Cause she 5 mil cash in Kentucky. I walk up in demons, spend 10K just like it's nothing. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', Atlanta, mixed with the Fanta. All them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, pass the Uber in that right. She so bad, but she said. I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Yeah. That boys are check.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Saints are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Raiders offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he... taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
2nd down following the run. Now Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left, and he gets it down to the 32. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Shoved to the turf that time. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now here's a carry heading left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offense, he rifles one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Aldon Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the... And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now here come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roll now. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw here. And the Raiders have got him. Aldon Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now let's go. 319. Leopard. Leopard. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the foot. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Now let's go. Blue.
Going motion right, Snead.
Good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? First throw now for the backup car. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And he's got some space here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield, has been something else in this game.
The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Harder to throw, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Duke Riley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now this time, Carl Pro. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr out to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Detroit! All right, now look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Carr now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Watching that body, Barney. Let's go. Blue landed.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Carr now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.